Either we live as a team or we die as individuals, he says. This is a brilliant, very old movie, but the concept and everything he talks about is very real. Life really doesn't give us second chances. It is a really tough life out there. Either we take ourselves seriously or we just do not get into the game of life at all. Because if we don't take ourselves seriously, how can you expect anyone to take you seriously? First, you have to take yourself seriously. Then only you can expect anyone else to follow. You have to set the standard. One of the questions I'm always asked is, but very similar to what the lady was telling me just now. He says, what if he doesn't like me to embrace him? Which is another form of saying, what if that person doesn't commit to me? His commitment to you has no reflection on your commitment to him. His commitment to you is his standard. Your commitment to him is your standard. Always raise your standards so high that the people around you have to either catch up or leave. Remember, life itself is serious. So take your team with that same level of seriousness. Are you with me? Now, I'm going to do something that I have not done, that I don't do very often. But I'm going to open up the floor for questions. And I'm willing to answer a few questions. And we can sit down because we need to interact a little bit more. Because I'm not sitting here as chairman of the group or managing partner or any such title. I'm simply your upline. And if I'm your upline, then we need to talk sometimes. So, we're going to talk about commitment and the challenges you face in commitment. Because this is one topic which I can keep on talking all night and still not be able to cover the area that you are thinking about. It is such a vast subject. It's enough to do a module on it. If I wanted to do commitment, I'd probably spend another 3 hours on it. We don't have 3 hours. But what we have is that we can sit down here and handle a few questions, and perhaps through that arena I'm able to answer questions that may be in your head or in your heart. Okay? You want to do this or not? We will not be able to do all the 3 floors today, so today we start with the ground. Tomorrow we will go up. Are you with me? Yes. All right. So we have usherers, you can see them. They are walking around. Put your hand up and get their attention. And then ask for a mic. Okay, the V partners are here. They're going to basically assess the questions as they come up. You put the question to the usherer, it'll come up to the V partner, and then if the V partner feels the question is worthy, it'll be raised to me, okay? Because sometimes you cannot believe the questions that I get down here. It's incredible. You know, they'll put up their hand and say, okay, Dato, I want to know the secret of success. See? Somebody loves you, Batman. Only one person loves Batman, way back there in the corner there. Yes. You have to put question, soal, yeah, question to the usher. Get one usher to him. Usher. Yeah, okay. Tell him he can put the question. You can translate for him? Yeah. Tell him to put the question to the partner. There will be a V partner coming to see him. Do we have a question among the partners? Sati? Adli?
Yes, Dato.
Arun, where are you?
I'm here, Dato. Straight
Okay,
ahead.
Arun. Adli,
Yes, Dato.
where are you? Okay. And Sati?
Yes, Dato.
Okay.
Dato, I have a question ready. If you are.
Arun?
Yes.
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
Tell your name, where you're from, and then you can ask your question.
Good evening, Dato. I'm Charinda from Malaysia. Congratulations for your doctorship. My question is, why commitment is always shaky?
Why commitment is always shaky? Because the person who makes the commitment is shaky. If you take yourself, I just told you just now, right? You remember? If you take yourself seriously, then everyone takes you seriously. When you make a commitment to yourself and keep it, then you're more likely to be able to make a commitment to another and keep it. So, if you're not in the habit of making commitments and keeping them, then definitely all your commitments will be shaky. You get my point? Just like someone who wants to marry you, you have the same problem. So be very sure when the commitment is made,
I'm
it
still
stays.
Dato, I'm still single. So I think that's the one I should learn, that commitment should always stand.
So, you know, when you find somebody, make sure he commits to something else first and actually delivers. So that gives you a little bit of an idea.
Thank you, Dato. Thank you so much.
Sati?
Dato, the question from Ashraf, is a mentor chosen or imposed?
Is a mentor chosen or imposed? Okay, that's right on the fringe of the arena of commitment, but it's a good question. Basically, ultimately, there has to be, you know, some level of seeking on your side. Are you with me? And then when you find the right mentor, so to speak, and you commit yourself to that person. Now, whether he chooses to accept you or not is going to be a decision that has to be made. Unfortunately, you cannot force that. So, but you have to be seeking. So when you are seeking, you will find him. Are you with me? And if he doesn't choose to accept it, then keep seeking, because he's around the corner somewhere else. But you will find. Seek and you shall find. Are you with me? Make sense?
Yes, Dato. Thank you.
Next question, anybody? Adli?
Yes, Dato. One question here from Turkey.
Okay, I'm speaking on the behalf of my friend.
Özcan.
His name is Özcan. I'm speaking on behalf of him. He is wondering about what we need to do in order to bring VCon to our country, Turkey, and if it can be held in Turkey, when it can be happen.
You're asking me whether we can have a VCon in Turkey.
Yes.
And if yes, when it will be happening. Is that a question? Okay.
What
So-
they need to do to have VCon in Turkey first?
What you need to do?
Then when it could be happening?
Well, it is both. It's going to be both your effort and ours. On your part, we will need a stadium like this. You can fill up a stadium like this. Then on our part, we will lay the framework. We will lay both the legal as well as the infrastructure, the legal framework and the infrastructure properly. So Turkey is still new enough. So give us at least the next 6 months to iron things out. And then I can promise you, VCon in Turkey is definitely something we want to see happen. We will not give up. Definitely, VCon will be in India once. Okay, I am not going to go through the world on this matter. Let me assure you that what we would like to see is that eventually we would like to be able to break this up into regions. So we will have VCon in at least every single continent, and eventually we will come to wherever you are, I guarantee you, okay? That's not going to make VCon come any faster. Thank you. Next question. Arun, Adli, who? Sati? Who's ready?
Arun.
Arun?
Yeah, I have an interesting question.
Aggressive question.
The question is, I attended a couple of V events in India, and always it starts late. When I asked why it is late, I got answers from leaders saying that it is intentionally made late to improve the patience level. Is it true?
Are you coming from India? And you're asking me this question. I have always been going to India and nothing starts on time. If you can wait for your chief minister to come, and for your MLA to come, and for your MP to come, and for, the Pandit to come, then I think you can wait for one of the V partners to come. How come you don't are you also complaining when your chief minister comes late, or you keep quiet and wait? When your chief minister comes late for a function, happens all the time, no? Are you complaining? So why are you complaining? Because we are not Indian. Baba, some things are worth waiting for. You decide what it is.
This is good one.
Very good question, Dato. How do I commit to something when I'm lost for purpose?
You can't. You cannot commit when you're lost for purpose, which is why I'm talking about commitment as number 3. Remember, we started with what? Belief. So, you can't go beyond belief to even focus if you don't have purpose. First you start with purpose, then you believe in that purpose. Are you with me? There was a question that was put forward by somebody who said to one of the leaders, how do I find my purpose? If you don't have a purpose yet, then what are you doing here? You see, sometimes, you have to sit back and understand, finding your purpose is the only purpose that you are alive. And you keep finding that purpose, and that purpose will keep changing as you grow older. As you grow, that purpose will change, but never stop finding your purpose. That's the purpose that you are drawing breath. That's the purpose that you are still alive today. So if you're not looking for your purpose, then you don't even know why you are living. So keep finding your purpose and keep better at finding it. Otherwise, your purpose will find you. Does that answer the question?
One question here. Dato?
Yes. Sorry, who's asking? Arun?
Yes,
Adli.
Adli.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, please go ahead.
Here, I want to ask about, it's written question, I want to ask about the why. How to find the perfect one that will make my passion to the business. Work the right way. Work the right way, yeah.
How to find the perfect what? Wife. Sometimes your wife can be your why. And usually it's a very good why. It's the same thing. Your why is your purpose, isn't it? Your question is, repeat the question one more time. I think I got lost somewhere along the way. Adli?
How to find the perfect one that will make my passion to the business work the right way.
The perfect one.
One.
O-N-E, one.
Yeah. It's written here one, but it's okay. Why?
Wife. Why? Okay. I'll tell you what it is. There's only 2 ways to find this. One is what we call a burning desire, and that comes from within you. And the other one is called a compelling reason. and that comes from without, comes from outside. And these are the only two things that basically motivate people, that creates a sense of urgency. The burning desire usually comes because there is something in your own life that you need, that you want, that you're challenged by. And you want basically to correct that. You want to do something. Maybe it is for a sister, maybe it is for a family member who needs medical help, or for your parents, or you want to just prove a point, but it's from within and you need to do this. Just like those people who went jumping off all those ramps that you saw. Are you with me? Now they had a burning desire. Their burning desires were a little bit different. I wouldn't call them deep, but they had burning desires. To take that bicycle over 2 buildings, that was their burning desire. Why? Because I have my moment of glory in YouTube. Now, to me, that's not enough. A compelling reason is where you take a look at your village that you come from. There's people who go back, and have built hospitals, built schools, built roads, want to do something for wherever they come from in life. Are you with me? And there is so many things that you can do out there. If you still haven't found why, then you have to ask yourself why. Why don't you have a why? You need to have one. It's the most basic thing. If you stop for a moment and think, you say to yourself, look, this is my neighbor, this is my friend, and he's living a life far better than I could. He's providing better for my children, his children, than I am for my children, right? And he's simply doing it because he's working harder or doing something better. Why am I not doing it? Why am I not the best? Why can I not be the best? You know the one way to find out why, my friend? Simply know that today could be the last day that you are alive. Then you'll find your why very fast. Did that answer your question? Did that answer your question? Yes. Sati.
Hey, Dato. In network marketing, what is the best kind of leadership? Democracy or dictatorship?
Who is asking?
No name, Dato.
Where is Mr. No Name? Democracy or dictatorship? In order for it to work, a team, in effect, needs to be democratic because it needs to come together. But when it does, and having done so, and the commitment is in place, then you can only have one captain of the ship. Otherwise, you will have a ship that sinks very fast. Are you with me? Have you ever been in a 2-legged race? A 3-legged race? Yeah? And the biggest problem is wanting to go in the same direction. And that's only 2 of you. In order for you to win the 3-legged race, you have to actually work together with that person. You have to get your rhythm right. You have to be in the same direction. Are you with me? Imagine a 3-legged race with 10 or 15 people. You better have one captain. Are you with me? But before you do that, before you commit yourself, that's the time that you analyze, assess, do everything. But once you have committed, don't look back. That answer your question? Tomorrow. Question for tomorrow. Next question, Arun.
Dato, when I ask this question, whoever has written this, please stand up, all right? The question is, can you break your commitment if you feel that the reason to break it is right?
Can you break your commitment? Who's standing up? Right. Can you break your commitment if you feel that the reason to make it is right? Absolutely. But then, before you get to that stage, you know, we all believe we are right. It's the easiest thing to do, no? Because if you're only looking in one direction, you don't have people looking in the other direction, then all you see is in one direction. You're not very balanced. Does everybody else in your team believe you're right? It's a long question. He feels that after a certain passage of time, that he feels that that's not the road that he wants to go anymore, and therefore he thinks that it's time to change.
It's for the wrong reasons. The reasons might have changed in due course of time, and then if I require to correct it, and to correct it, it means to break the commitment that I had put in place for the first time. And to break the commitment would be to do the right thing. Then what should I do?
Let me ask you a question. I made a commitment as well, right? I made a commitment that we would be running this company. I made a commitment to stay here and keep on running it. Now, somewhere along the way, if I felt that, you know, the commitment was taking too much of a price for me, personally or otherwise, do I have the freedom to walk away from that commitment?
No, you don't.
The point is, how serious is this commitment to you? If you're talking, this is not a rhetorical question. It has to be very, you have to take a look at the specific matter. If you're committed to your wife, stay committed. It's as simple as that. If you're committed to your children, stay committed, because it's not something, can you change that? I mean, they are your children. If the fact is they are, you know, spoiled, or if they are, you know, in wrong company, they fall into, you know, wrong habits and so on and so forth. They go in the wrong direction. What do? You do the best that you can do, but you stay committed. Remember what I said earlier. Anybody's commitment to you is their problem. Your commitment to them, that's your problem. So I'm not saying never break it, but I'm saying if you make one, make it seriously and make it to keep it. There are no right decisions, my friend. There are no right decisions in life. Everybody makes a decision first. And as we keep working on that decision, we eventually will make that decision right. You understand that? Can you understand that? So we made a decision, let's make it right. There are no right decisions. We have to make decisions because we have to keep moving forward. Life does not wait for us. Are you with me? Okay. Who's next? Adli? You ready?
Yes.
Arun? Who's next?
Yes, Dato.
Adli.
It's written here, Dr. Dato.
Yes?
What were the questions that you had asked Japa on your walks to open up his mind?
What were the questions that I asked Japa when that caused him to open up his mind?
Yes,
During the walks?
during the walks, yeah.
Well, I think that the thing is not so much the questions itself. It was more about the passion. He could see that I was very passionate about what I was doing, that I really enjoyed what I was doing. I mean, he was pretty miserable doing whatever he was doing at the time. He was in business. He didn't truly understand the concept at the time, but he could see that I was really into it. I enjoyed it so much. So it was more his questions than mine. He could see my passion, he could see my enjoyment, so it was more like, what is it about this business? Why are you so committed to it? Why? I mean, this sounds interesting, because he's hearing all around us, when there are other people that come, common friends who come to work with us, and he hears the discussions, and he hears our challenges, and it sounds challenging, it sounds exciting. So it's just like he wanted to know more. So, but I refused to discuss business with him. And that made it all the more interesting. So the trick is, if you want to bring somebody in, make them want it. I'll tell you what Japa did. Who's asking this question, by the way? Somebody asked this question?
Yeah, hi Dato, this is Vibha.
Sorry? Yeah. I'll tell you what Japa did one time. And it's very good to know, okay? Basically, Japa had a friend, and he learned a lot from the way that I took, a good 3, 4, 5 months before, I decided to bring him in. And even at that point, I didn't actually bring him in. I sent him to a bomb. But the point is, because he really wanted to come in by that time, he realized the power of making people want something. So there was a very good friend of ours, a good friend of his actually, who he knew for a very long time from the Taekwondo Association, who was also skeptical about this. So, when Japa started his business together with me, and we were going around doing this, first he used to make fun, of us. Have you ever had that? People making fun of you guys? Yes or no? We had that too. But then, we also make fun of them. So, while we were out there working, suddenly this guy began to see. He began to see that, we were doing stuff. We were traveling around the country. And after a year or so, he began, after a year of watching us, this guy began to see that we were having really good fun. And while we were having fun, he also saw that we were beginning to make money. We were traveling better, we were dressing better, we were, moving upscale. And then after waiting a year, the guy comes by to Japa and he says, I want to join up. Japa basically says to him, you know what, I think you're not ready. The guy comes, with the form, all filled up. In those days we had forms. So form all filled up, check ready made, put together, comes and puts on a table, says, here you are, I'm ready to join up. Japa doesn't even look at the form. He folds it back, puts it back, he says, here you are, take it home. He says, you're not ready. I don't think you're ready for this. This is not your kind of business. And the guy goes, why? I'm seeing you guys, why can't I do this? And he goes, well, you're doing this for fun. You're not serious. I want a serious team player. I do not need anybody who walks off the street, so take this and go home. Did you hear what I said? Would you do that? I mean, when anybody comes up and puts their money on the table, you will fill up the form for them. You will do everything and put them in as soon as you can. But he turned it around, put it back. And the guy actually came back for a few weeks, every couple of days. He was literally begging. He kept coming back and telling Japa, but why you're not taking me, you took so and so that we both know, why are you not signing me up, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he basically said, you're taking all our friends that we both know, and yet you're not signing me up. And that became an issue of pride with him. So he came back and again and again. And I think it was only after a couple of weeks, the Japa says, okay, I will take you, but these are the conditions. He actually gave him conditions on how he should join. Now, how's that for signing up? All right, does that answer your question? Okay, Sati?
Yes, Dato.
Yes.
Though I'm committed to do SOS continuously for 21 days, but yet I still keep breaking it constantly. Why is that?
Simply because you have to learn to make a commitment to yourself. Learn to make a commitment to yourself, and then you will learn how others can make commitment to you. It's basically the first tenet of commitment. Make a commitment to yourself first. Arun?
How to hold my team committed when the new company is giving an attractive compensation plan?
How's that again? How do I hold my team together?
Yes, how to hold my team committed when the new company is giving a more attractive compensation plan?
The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Compensation plans don't make a company. All right? It is not about compensation plans alone. It has to be a lot more than that. It has to be about the company itself. It has to be about you. Finally, no company can take anybody away from you. They only leave you because you have not built a commitment with them yet. People stay together despite the strangest odds. It's amazing. Are you with me? Because of their respect, the trust that they have built for each other. Are you with me? So what happens that if you like every compensation plan, does that mean you also leave your wife every other year because someone else is more attractive? We are a lifetime business. If anybody joins us, they join us for life because we build for life.
Thank you, Dato.
Adli?
If network marketing does not exist in your life anymore, what will you do? And what do you see 50 years from today?
50 years from now,
Yes.
if network marketing did not exist today, what would I do? I would go out there and invent it all over again. And 50 years from now, what am I supposed to say? What would I say 50 years from now?
What do you see 50 years from today?
What would I see or seek?
See.
See, hopefully my wife by my side. Sati,
Dato, did you ever feel like giving up in the past 13 years? And how did you overcome it if you did?
every day before I brush my teeth, and then I brush my teeth and it's all over. Everybody feels like giving up. This is normal. That's why you are committed. We are human beings. So the trick is to remain committed, to reaffirm. This is the reason for SOS in the first place. Are you with me? you sit down and analyze your life, remember why you made the commitment in the first place. Go back and remember every single time. Are you with me? Yes. Even if you're married, for 20 years or 30 years, remember, just as you should to your children, as you should to your wife, as you should to your teammates, keep reminding yourself and them. Tell them, I love you, man. Then you know why you are doing what you're doing. I come back here every year for VCon for the same reason. I stand here, I look here, and I see exactly where we were, what we did, what happened to us, and I say to myself, I am committing all over again. Are you with me? So have a VCon every day. You don't have that problem anymore. VCon is not what happens here. VCon happens all year round. You take VCon back, and every day you have one more in your head, and you reaffirm your trust. Are you with me? Yes. Are you with me? Yes. Okay, next. Arun?
Yes, Dato. The question is, you said that life really does not give second chances, but we know that chances given to us are not obvious. So how can we catch these chances?
Try again.
You said that life does not give second chances.
Yes.
But we know that the chances we get in life are not obvious. So how do we catch these chances?
You will learn to see these chances more effectively the more that you learn to become sensitive to them. And the trick is, in essence, you have to start essentially begin the process of analyzing where you are. Take a look at everything that happens to you and see the hand that is above us all. There is a master plan, that there are no accidents. Everything has purpose. So if something comes before you, there is purpose in that. Hence, the point is, should I or should I not do it? Are you with me? But there is a purpose why it's in front of me, and perhaps that's how we learn. And as we take more chances, we get better and better at identifying them. When we take no chances, we stand still. So start by taking chances. Is there any other way to live? Start by taking chances.
Thank you, Dato.
And Adli?
Yes, Dato. The question here, I have noticed that the diversity of teams could separate and destroy our business. Aren't we all Quest members? Sameh from Tunisia.
That you see the diversity of the teams destroy the business.
Yes.
Are we not all Quest members?
Yeah.
I only see strength in diversity. I only see strength in diversity. Diversity, in essence, is only, if you see the differences in each other, you will only see the differences. If you see the similarity in each other, you will only see the similarities. Ultimately, what diversity do we have? We are all similarly have the same purposes in life. We get hungry, we sleep, we have families, we love, we cut and we have blood that pours out red. We are more similar than we are diverse. So let us be united, and there is no diversity. There is only strength. Yes, Sati.
Dato, Chief always says that if you want financial freedom, there is no such thing as a balanced life. What does he mean by that?
If you want financial freedom, there's no such thing as a balanced life. Are you there, Chief? I suppose what he means by that, Chief, If you want financial freedom, there's no such thing as a balanced life. Supposedly, Chief has said this.
Absolutely true, Dato.
So please, Chief.
Who asked the question, Dato? Very interesting to know.
There's no name here.
Well, Dato, I remember asking you this question many years ago. Dato, and your answer was very simple. If you are going for your dreams, and if you truly want financial freedom, everything you're doing to achieve it is a balanced life. If you choose to see it as a balanced life, Dato. Because you're basically going out there and reaching for your ultimate goal. So the journey itself, Dato.
What I remember of that question was simply that a balanced life to some people means that they have to work 9 to 5, go back home, spend enough time with the family, spend enough time to basically enjoy their fruits of their labor, etc., and then work only 3 or 4 hours a day. Are you with me? A balanced life is fine if you have achieved all your goals. If you are already retired and you want to have a balanced life, that's fine. But you know what? I hope I never get there. Because for me, I am in the last 100 meters of the Olympics race. I live like there is no tomorrow. And today is the only day. And I live it to the fullest. And to me, that is a balanced life. Arun.
Dato, the question is, what is the definition of honesty in our business?
In every other business is the same, tell the truth. Honesty simply means tell the truth. Live the truth, walk the truth, tell the truth. Why do you need, if you actually tell the truth, you don't have to remember what you say. Think about this. The truth will be the same today as it is tomorrow, as it is the next day, you will say the same thing. You never have to remember it. But when you tell lies, write it down. You can never tell a lie the same way twice. Adli. Last question, Sati, pick carefully. Adli.
Yes, Dato, it's in Arabic. I'll try to translate. I'm sure our company is the best on this planet, but the morons are looking for guarantees. What is the best way to give him these guarantees?
Well, anybody who wants a company, a guarantee from us, must first give me a guarantee he can come here tomorrow and collect it. If he can give me a guarantee that he can come here tomorrow and collect it, that's a wonderful thing. I would like to know how he would give me that guarantee, because even I cannot give a guarantee. In life, there are no guarantees. Last question, Sati. Keep the other questions tomorrow, and you can sift it through and pick some select ones for tomorrow. And those that would like to leave a question with in service, we'll go through it and see if there are any questions that are truly worthwhile, and we will start answering them. All right? Sati.
Dato, what happens when I become more committed than my mentor and upline?
What happens when you become more committed than your mentor and upline? You will leave him behind. All right. Anything worth, Arun? Do you have one more?
Dato, the question is, why is an upline insensitive to a weak link?
Why is an upline insensitive to a weak? It's not just an upline. We are all insensitive to a weak link. Unfortunately, it's a human condition. We just need to remember that the more sensitive we are to that, the better we become as human beings. All right? The weakling always exists for a purpose. The purpose is in us, not in them. Are you with me? Improve your weak link and you improve yourself. You are as weak as your weak link. So make your weak link strong and your whole team becomes strong and you become strong. There is no such thing as a weak link. There's only a strong link waiting to be made strong. That's enough for questions. Now I'd like to finish with a very simple point. I would like each of you to take a moment right now. You have to commit. The reason you are here is because you made a commitment at some point and you came here. You have to now make a commitment before you go back. And this is the point in VCon when you come to where you decide to make this commitment. Are you with me? I need this commitment. You need this commitment. This commitment must come from you and it is made entirely to yourself. Because there is one person who's listening and he's listening all the time. He knows you make it. This time you make a commitment and you keep it. You may struggle and fall. You may falter and fail. That is okay. Stand up and try again. But keep trying. A commitment is not about how good you are at keeping it. It's how good you are at keep on trying to do it. You keep up. You stand up again, you keep on again, you keep up again, you keep on again. You never stop. That's what a commitment is all about. And in that process, in that journey, you will find, the destination will find you. Are you with me? You are the coach for your team. Your team needs you. You need to be there for them. You need to take them across to the winning line. You need to push them. You need to carry them. You need to, if necessary, drag them across the winning line. But that commitment can only come when you are prepared yourself to do whatever it takes. So I'm going to show you this very short clip. Very short clip. It's about a coach and his team. The game is not important. It's about the fact that a man can be pushed beyond his limits, that there are no limits, that you can break your limits, that you keep on pushing until your limits ultimately stretch, until you surpass your limits. You go past your limits. And you basically need to recognize that every time that you stretch your limits, you have a new one. That every time you break your limits, you have become a new person. And every time you break that limit and reach it all over again, you have set a new standard. So let's talk about this commitment. And it's a commitment that I expect from all of you. Now you're going to watch this clip. And you're going to make this commitment in silence. You're going to carry, some of you may have seen it. That's fine. It's one that I see every single time, and it inspires me. It's a very simple clip about being able to take your team across to the other side. Are you with me? It's a very powerful clip because it is truly life in action. Watch this clip, and then let's make this commitment together.
So, Coach, how strong is Westview this year? What strong we?